Hey, we are abandoned.
And you're watching 117 TV.
Tell me a little bit about your heart for student ministry. I know you guys have been very involved in the Emerge tour, or
Emerge Experience.
The Emerge Experience for teens, and really sharing that message of God's love.
It was really
teenagers.
it was really just a God thing that got us connected with that. Our very first tour, we were calling up churches, and it was when we first started out, we're booking ourselves and all this, and we just got this call out of the blue, and they're like, hey, would you like to come help with the school assembly? And we're like, yeah, that would be awesome. So we go up there, and long story short, we got connected with a speaker named Keith Robinson, who is now the pastor at Bethel Church in Evansville, Indiana, where my brother Josh is actually the worship pastor now there. So it's kind of a small world, but it's really cool. So the Emerge Experience, we go into these public high schools, and we give character building assemblies during the day, because you're not allowed to speak about your faith, and we totally respect that. But what we do is we invite them all back to a neutral venue at the end of the week, and that's where we share the gospel with them. We do a full concert, and Keith shares the rest of his story where he came to know Christ, and it's been awesome. The largest one we did was up in Muskegon, Michigan, a few years ago, and we were in front of 15,000 students in 1 week. We set up and tore down 3 or 4 different times each day throughout the week. And we rented out the hockey arena, got 5,000 kids back for the night event from all those local schools, high schools.
This is really what you're building up to, is
yes,
that event.
Yeah, exactly. And so the whole purpose is for the night event to bring them back, to share the gospel with them. And one thing I love about this is that we get all the local churches involved. So when the students make that commitment to Christ, they get that discipleship.
They're following up with those commitments.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they're up there praying with them at the altar. They're giving them, they're letting them know where their church is located, what their name is. They're staying in contact with them. Follow-up is huge in that. So we've been able to go back and play at these churches that have been involved, and seen kids that have come up to us with tears in their eyes, letting us know, showing us the scars on their arms, telling us these stories, and they've come up to us with the letters, suicide notes in their hands, saying, I don't have a purpose. I don't feel like my life is worth living anymore. And then they come up to us afterwards, and they're just like, I feel like I have a purpose. And it's so confirming, knowing that, this is the ministry God's called us in, and to see the change. We're just humbled. Like, it literally brings me to tears every time we have the altar call and just see these kids rush towards the stage. So it's been great, because these kids are now leading prayer groups in their schools. They're now a part of the worship teams at these churches. And so it's just awesome. The Emerge Experience, emergeexperience.com is how you get connected with them and bring us into your schools. So we're super excited about it. We love that more than anything, and truly has been one of the driving passions in our ministry.